Barbara Keisman, and today we're going to talk about how to have product development and research, and this is like the most important stage to starting a new business. But before we start into that subject matter, I wanted to share another biblical principle, and that is wise counsel. And this has to do with research. We need to ask others' opinions, especially if we intend to sell to a public. Remember, we're not selling it just to ourselves. We're selling it with somebody else in mind. And so you're going to need wise counsel how to start that business or where you can get proper opinions. Anyway, follow the biblical advice of finding wise counsel. You don't always have to do what they suggest, but you need to hear what they suggest. Now, when I first started my fashion line, I had read some books by designers, and one of the things they said, which really surprised me, was they said the most important education a designer should have is in retail. I thought, retail? I mean, not going to design school? They said retail. And the reason they gave for that was because when they worked in retail, they found out what the customers wanted. And so I thought that, well, that makes sense, but I've never had retail experience. How am I going to get retail experience? Well, I started selling my clothes in art shows, and art shows are filled with women, hundreds and thousands of women coming by your booth. You can't get that in the store, but you can get it at an art show. And when they would come into my booth, I wouldn't show them an outfit. I would wait to see which ones they were naturally inclined to go towards. I wouldn't say a word. I just observed. And when they picked up an item, I go, or they tried it on, I asked them, well, what do you think? Do you think is this okay? Would you like it a little shorter? Is it too narrow? I would ask them questions. And I know that can make you seem vulnerable in the beginning, but you know what? You are vulnerable in the beginning, but you must find out what the customer wants. Remember, you're not selling for yourself. You're not buying something for yourself. You're creating a product with somebody else in mind. So you must find out what your customer wants. Now, there are some common mistakes that designers or even anybody starting a business can make. Like I noticed that designers, they design for a customer they don't even live by. They're designing for Hollywood, and they live in the suburbs of Chicago. So in the end, they end up by making pretty clothes, a lot of pretty clothes that no one wants to wear because they are not in their marketplace. That's one mistake. Now, you can correct that by moving to your marketplace, or you can make adjustments. I don't ever get attached to a design. If it doesn't sell, it goes. Because I'm in it for the business. I'm in it to sell clothes. So I never get attached. I might make it for myself and I might wear it for myself, but if it doesn't sell, it goes. Now, how do you find out what customers want if you don't do art shows? Well, you might want to use Facebook. Sometimes people put up two products, or they might ask people's opinions, which would you prefer? You have to find a place where you can get opinions. You don't have to take them, keep remembering that, but you need to hear them. I was an author, and I had people read them. I said, please, I need honest opinions. Just also know, I may not take it, I may not agree with your opinion, but I need to hear them. So please, I won't be offended. I need to hear that this is bad now, not after I print my book. So please give me your honest opinions. And that's the truth of the matter. We need honest opinions. And a lot of people are too afraid of offending us. So sometimes you have to go somewhere people who don't know you. And I'm going to tell you what. Women love to give their opinions. And when I was doing those art shows, they loved to help me design. They wanted to help me design. So it wasn't a mistake. They were happy that somebody was interested in hearing from them. Now, who are you designing for? Who are you creating that product for? Housewives, men, businesswomen? You need to find out what they think of your product before you go too far into this thing. And then you also find out if it's a price point that people get stuck at. Are you pricing yourself out of the market? Can you create a product for the price that will sell? Those are all questions that come in the research stage and product development, and you cannot bypass this stage. Take some time to figure this out, otherwise it won't go well for you. I do have to add one more thing. I remember putting some outfits up on Facebook and asking them to vote on them and so forth like that. And they voted on an outfit that didn't sell. So I have learned to ask them, which one would you buy? Not do you like for somebody else? Which one do you like and you would buy? So sometimes you have to frame your questions to get the right answers that will help you make decisions. Anyway, I hope this helps. I'm Barb Keisman, and you've been listening to Dare to Dream Once More.